Hence why I wanted to sell the Birkin. Funding my own career has been a lot. Okay guys, today is the day. We're gonna try to sell Birkin. So my ex bought this for me on Valentine's Day as a gift 2 years ago. I just feel like when people wear such high value bags, they're usually like making that much money. And I'm not making that much money to wear a fucking Birkin. Okay, I've just dropped it off now. They said I have to wait an hour for them to authenticate it. So I was just like, what's the point? Like, not that I don't feel like I don't deserve it, but I don't deserve to wear this yet. Like, I feel like I haven't, like, I want to do it for myself. An hour later, I ate my flat iron. I got a message talking about you come back. They sent me the file. Great news. I just lost 500 pounds and a bag.
Got a Louis on my feet, rocking Gucci at the beach, and these bitches know I hate T-E-I-E. Hopping out the hand, got 'em sit like Henny. Got the fur mink coat with an ink on. So what? Rocking like a pink song.
Welcome back to Popstar in Progress. Today we're doing a little chit chat. We have a lot to talk about. Also, a little disclaimer: you might see me with makeup in some clips and no makeup in other clips. That is because I had audio issues, so I had to refilm the whole thing. So I might be looking like two different people, but you guys understand, so it's fine. There might be parts that I missed out in this version, so I'm gonna have to go through everything and just fill in the gaps. So let's get straight into it, and then at the end I have a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna start with a story that shifted my whole mindset when it came to the music game. When I had my first performance ever for Afro Nation in Wembley, I wanted it to be like a whole big production with dancers behind me, like just everything going on, me learning dances, da 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 da. But then when it came down to actually finding those dancers and realizing their price, being on a tight budget with management and you wanting to do bigger things, sometimes it clashes. And I just realized, damn, I need to be able to put my own into this, so at least I'm getting the vision that I want whilst also being supported by my management. The dancers were asking for money. I'm very grateful that the dancers that I did have for Afro Nation did it out of the kindness of their heart and because they wanted to support me. But I'm all for giving back to somebody when they're doing a service. Like, if this is your job, this is your job, you deserve to be paid for it. But I just feel like that made me think we need to up the budget somehow, and if it's not coming from management side, it needs to come from my side. So let's start with the problem. Before I started doing music full-time, I was getting paid for content creation, going to events, brand trips, all of these different things. Since I've taken music serious and this is a full-time job, it's just like I don't have time to do that anymore. I get home at like 4 a.m. from the studio, wake up. It's like, do I even want to go out and take pictures anymore or go to these events and just show face? Like, I don't have time. Super overwhelming going to the studio, coming back at 5 a.m., doing it repeatedly day in, day out, and then also going to having to take content. Like, this is the reason why I had to forfeit so many brand deals. Also, that plays a big factor when it comes to brands reaching out to you as well, because if you're not posting, if you're not being consistent, why are they going to reach out to you? Now, I'm happy that I found a way to mesh those two and make my worlds collide. So obviously at the beginning of my career now, I'm earning less because I'm not doing these brand deals anymore, but I still needed to find a way to invest in my career so I had some control as well. From when I was in my mom's room, I've been a hustler. So it's just like, I remember back in Bermuda when I was like, I would say around 8, 9, for a good few years, every Saturday I would wake up with her at like 5, 6 a.m. to go to this market that they had in Bermuda. It's called the Farmers Market, and she always sold jewelry, handmade jewelry and cards. I'll wake up, I'll be selling the cards, I'll be saleswoman of the day selling those cards. And it was this one lady I remember, she always used to buy like 10 cards every Saturday, and let's say we're selling the cards for like $20 at a time. I used to be big ballin', big hustler, but I probably only got to keep 5% of the profits, but I was still hustling. So obviously now that I've stopped content creating, I'm looking around like, how else can I make money? I gotta get this money by tomorrow. So I started doing shows, which at first I was a bit skeptical about, because when they started coming to me with the prices, I'm like, this is even less than I would get for half a post. Like, it was just crazy. But then when I started doing my big girl math, I realized that the amount of shows that were coming in, if I did a bunch of them, then it would be the same as me making 10 posts. So I was just like, okay, it's fine, it makes sense. And then also, it was just a way for me to work on my craft and meet people who support me outside of London. So it was a win-win. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a whole uni tour at the end of 2025. Because these shows were like my first time actually performing in front of a crowd and having to do the whole shebang. My first show, I wouldn't say it was a mess, but I definitely did not sound like what the original song sounds like. Like figuring out how to control your voice and like also do a little dance move. I don't know why I thought I would just get on stage and be like Beyonce, but it was definitely given I was left out of Destiny's Child. But as the shows went on, I started learning new tricks, new methods, new ways to control the crowd, things to say, how to get them hyped. What would you do if I started dancing like this on stage? I'll be like, go, go, go. I'm not a hype man, but like you actually have to interact with the crowd, which is something that I felt so like nervous to do because I'm like, just let me perform and go. But it's literally like you're a hype man, artist, the dancer, everything in one when you're on stage. I would definitely recommend any artist of any level to go and do these like, I guess, smaller tours like uni tours. I don't know why many artists don't do it now. I feel like it was a thing in the UK back in the day, but I don't see a lot of new artists doing it. So I would encourage them to do that, to work on their craft. I don't think any artist should ever think that they're too big or too bougie to do these shows, because at the end of the day, it's all a learning experience. You take something from it, you gain something, you meet new people that support you. So don't ever think you're too big for the program. It's also good to use these smaller shows as practice for like the bigger festivals and stuff, but you should definitely treat every performance the same. But it's good practice, because if I got up on that big stage and started singing off key, that probably would have been worse. From these shows, I've definitely invested more into myself. I've got a better home studio set up so I could record myself at home and not have to travel every day to go into Central and record. I started investing more into my short form content and doing a bunch more content for my music. And once I started being more structured and seeing the results, it shifted something in my brain like, okay, it's working. I just need to do more of this. So now that I've invested into myself and I see that it's working, I'm just looking for other ways to find more money to invest into myself so I could just keep growing, keep growing. And that brings us to the Birkin. That bag was a gift that I had received from my ex on Valentine's Day 3 years ago. Presented to me without a box, without the paper, so I was always quite skeptical of the item. But when I just saw it, when I just kept seeing it looking at me from my closet, and I'm just looking at it like, what is this doing for me? Like, I didn't feel like it represented me or like my social status. I feel like when somebody has a Birkin, it's because usually they're making that much money, and it just represents a different wealth status and tax bracket, which I am not in yet. So I just didn't think that it was beneficial to me. I didn't think it represented anything that I stand for. And also, me and the boy had long broken up, so it was of no value to me. I'm also a very like street weary person. Like, you'll never see me out and be like, oh my gosh, she looks so classy. Like, and I just feel like Birkin gives classy, but you can't say that about me, unfortunately. Maybe when I'm 60, but not right now. So it just like, I never wore it for my aesthetic. Like, it was never fitting my current aesthetic. So I'm thinking, this is the most high value item in my closet. Why not sell this so I could make more money to put into my career? And I'm just sitting there thinking, if I sell this bag, I will get minimum 15,000 to 30,000 pounds from this. So I'm like, yeah, You know what? Hell yeah. At first, I was a bit hesitant to sell it because I was like, does this bag make me look like a higher value woman? Does this make me feel better about myself in some subconscious way? So I was going back and forth with, do I try to sell it? Do I not try to sell it? And obviously the authentication process for a Birkin costs money. So I was thinking, do I really want to potentially lose 500 pounds today for, well, I guess it wasn't nothing, but in my head, I was already skeptical. So I was kind of like, for nothing. Keep in mind, I was skeptical because the way the Birkin was presented to me was without papers and without a box. And I had asked him for the papers and for the box, and it was always a story behind it. So I was just like, yeah. In my head, I already knew. Now at this point, there's only two ways this could go. Either the bag is real and I get the money and I'm able to invest more in myself, or the bag is fake and I just lost 500 pounds and we just have to hold that. At first I was thinking, do I even really want to go along with this process? Because maybe ignorance is bliss. Not getting it authenticated, maybe I would have felt more peace not knowing if it was real or fake. But at the end of the day, I gotta put me first. I sat with the decision for a little bit, thinking, going back and forth in my head, should I sell it, should I not? And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if I'm really serious about investing in myself and my music career, then I'm gonna do it. I'ma do it. I couldn't vlog inside the store, which is weird because they literally are known for filming but and making TikToks. But anyway, this is some of the footage from when I went to get it authenticated. Okay guys, today is the day. We're gonna try to sell Birkiana. So my ex bought this for me on Valentine's Day as a gift 2 years ago. I never really worn it because I never knew the status of it because I didn't get the papers with it. So I was just like, I'm not gonna really wear it out until I get it authenticated. And also, like, I just never really wore it because I wasn't like, oh, I'm a Birkin girl or whatever. Like, I'm not at that stage in my life yet where it's like I can flex like that. Okay, I've just dropped it off now. They said I have to wait an hour for them to authenticate it, so we're gonna see. Also, why does it cost 500 pounds for them to tell me if it's real or it's fake? Surely that is a scam. So great news, I just lost 500 pounds and a bag. An hour later, I ate my flat iron. I got a message talking about you come back. They sent me the file. Life is not over. The sun is still out. Life is still good. There will be one in the future. Right after that process, I was just like, damn, I lost 500 pounds. And then you just have to realize that life continues. But to the people in my comments who are saying that it was already fake, congratulations, you were right. Round of applause. Thank you. Going into that situation, the most important thing to me was getting the money to invest in myself. But at the end of the day, I guess I came out with something valuable, which was my mindset change to these items and to this lifestyle. And if I didn't make the money that I wanted to invest off of that bag, I still had a revelation and a mindset shift that has proven to be more valuable than the money itself. So cheers to growth. But I feel like the most important thing out of that situation was my mindset change from devaluing these material items and like realizing that it doesn't make me a better person. It doesn't change who I am at the end of the day. It is just a piece of leather and a piece of material that I don't need. And maybe when I first came to London, being placed in that scene so quickly made me feel like I needed these luxury items to kind of be seen as more high value. But that is not the case at all. These things are literally just a piece of material, guys. Expensive material. I've still been able to invest in my career regardless of that situation, and you guys will see soon. I got a surprise for you later. There's always going to be different ways to make money. Money comes and goes. Like, I could have all the money in the world, but I feel like if my mindset hadn't shifted and changed, then I would be in the same mental place and like still valuing these items super high and placing an emphasis that wasn't needed on material items in my life. So the money's still there to invest. But you guys might be wondering, why am I even coming out and telling this story? I could have kept this to myself. So why are you telling us? Why are you being honest with us? Because you guys know I'm a liar. But so you might be thinking, why am I being honest today? I feel like with somebody who has a social presence, it's only right for me to share these things with you guys, and especially to the younger women who look up to the people who they're influenced by. I don't want people to fall into the trap of thinking that these materialistic items make you a better person or make you look better, because at the end of the day, things like this can happen to anybody, and it probably has happened, but I'm just being forthcoming about it, because all this lifestyle, soft life, it doesn't really mean anything if you yourself don't have your own aura and energy. If you're not stepping into a room with confidence, if you're not feeling good about yourself because of who you are, that's where the real problem lies. Like, if you feel good about yourself because you have on expensive items, well, I just feel like that's where the problem lies. Coming from Bermuda, we don't have shops like Chanel, Hermes. We don't have all these big shops. We got a little Louis Vuitton, but that was all I basically knew. So coming to the UK and like going to places and seeing these people with these Chanel bags, I was like, wait, this is kind of cute. I think I want it. Like, I feel like when I looked at them, I was like, oh, she looks like a boss. So I want that. I guess that's what I defined, or my eyes defined, as a boss back then. Now I just feel like it's totally changed. Realizing that these material items don't mean anything, I feel like when I go on social media now, I'm more inspired by the women who I see actually pursuing their goals. Women that are literally putting their whole ass on the line to get what they want, like promoting themselves, starting these new businesses. That's a boss.
Let go of me, bro. I'm a boss, bro. Bro, please, I'm a boss.
And now I feel like we're in a time where women have more opportunities to do anything that they've ever wanted to do before. It's more about actively being a boss than just having the image of a boss and looking like this high value person. Young girls out there, I don't want you to ever think that these material items are the end game. This is the end goal. Social media is not real. Social media is a strategy. There's oftentimes content creators or celebrities will have these fake items, will post in these fake items to come across more attractive and more luxurious to brands, to get those higher brand deals. It's about placement and strategy. So don't believe what you see. Don't be influenced to get these little materials. I feel like the real definition of an it girl is somebody who is pursuing everything that they want to do within their fullest ability to do so, and promoting themselves to the highest extent. An it girl is somebody who is very confident in themselves, and it shows through their aura and through their presence. It's not what they have on, it's not what bag they have on, is literally through their aura. When the time comes for me to buy my own Birkin, it will be more rewarding. But if somebody still wants to buy it for me, I'm not saying no, but obviously it has to be real. But again, that's not what I'm relying on, so you can send that though. You guys have heard me talk about my Bartonega dupe boots. I feel like I've spent so much money on these little designer items that I will only wear once, that it doesn't even make sense. So sometimes, if you want to get a dupe, not knocking it. Even most of your favorite celebrities have even admitted to getting dupes at one point in their life, or even still now to this day. Even Skepta said one time, the faker the Gucci the better, because he felt like the designers of the fake items were doing it better than the designers of the real items. And I do kind of agree with that. Like, if you're on a budget, or if you even just want to wear fakes just to wear fakes, because some of these celebrities still do wear fakes with the money that they have, just own it and be confident about it. Like, it doesn't make sense lying about it, or like just literally own the fact that you're doing what you're doing. At the end of the day, nobody can shame you for something that you own up to. So when people come and try to hate about my little Bartonega boots, do you think it can affect me? No. I love my Bartonegas. This is the first ever vintage bag that I got when I moved to London, or one of my first ever bags that I got when I moved to London anyway. And looking back on how little I wear this now and the price that I paid for it, it just wasn't worth it. I mean, I guess at the time it was worth it, but nah, not worth it. And then I went on Ego, and then I saw that guys, first of all, how is Ego even getting away with this? But either way, the quality is really shit. I just wanted to style it with an outfit that I wanted to take pictures in super last minute. So I'm like, let's see what we got. I mean, this is probably the worst quality Louis Vuitton I've ever seen in comparison to the real thing. But I even have the real duffel bag of this, and I never wear it. This is the thing. Why am I paying for things that I never even wear? I'd rather spend £45 on this and wear it once like I intended to, and then just never wear it again. And use the money that I saved that I could have bought the bag with into my music. Nobody could tell me shit, nothing about nothing. If I think that I look good when I wear it, then I think that I look good. And clearly, 20,000 other people do as well. So, thank y'all. Yeah. So, guys, on to the announcement that you have been waiting for, sitting so patiently for. I have an EP dropping on the 29th of May. Yeah. So I am so excited to drop this. I feel like it definitely will show the journey of emotions and roller coaster of things that I've been through whilst being in the UK. I feel like this tape is showing more of my rap side. So I have 2 tapes coming out. The first tape is more of a rap tape showing the roller coaster of emotions that I've been through whilst I've been living in London. So I feel like this just shows me experimenting with rap. Then I've been happy and wanted to make turn up songs, and when I've been sad and wanted to like put my feelings into rap. This is the end of the beginning. The second project is gonna come out before the end of summer. I feel like that EP shows the trajectory of where I want to go with my career. It's more of like summery vibes, more of my roots. Like, it's taken me a lot of time to figure out where I want to go with music and what is my sound, even finding myself. I think I found it. So you guys will see both tapes. And I can't lie, I have had a lot of frustration towards this EP because it's taken so long, like, to even just drop things and put everything behind it. I just feel like I'm getting older and things are not moving as fast as I want them to move. So it has really pissed me off. Even this EP was supposed to drop in January. Guys, I flew back home. I was in Bermuda for Christmas. I flew back home missing my niece's birthday. My grandma also passed away during Christmas, so I missed her funeral to come back home and finish this EP for January. And it's May. So I'm really angry. So you guys need to like this. But God's timing is the best timing. But mentally, I'm ready. I've been prepared. So I'm ready to go. When it came to naming my EP, it was a lot of back and forth and hoo-ha, he say, she say, yeah, we say, we don't know what to say. At first, I was going to go with Malibu World, but then Malibu World is already so many things. It's already my business name. It's just a bunch of things. Then I was thinking, are we there yet? Because I just like the concept of like the journey. So it's like the first EP would be like, are we there yet? Second EP would be like, we're here, like, we're here now. Like, I don't know, like something like it's just showing a journey type process. I don't know whose bright idea was it actually? I don't know whose bright idea, but we came across the name Who's British, which is a perfect fit because Who's British is the producer tag of my producer, Zeph Ellis, Rotten.
Amanda,
But don't go through my phone.
when you're with a girl, get a new phone.
RIP to him. He had such a huge impact on my music career. One of the greatest people that I've ever met. One of the most helpful and impactful people that I've ever met in my whole music career. So shout out to him. He is genuinely missed dearly, and I hope that he will be proud of my EP and that I named it after him. So he is the executive producer on my EP. He definitely mentored me and coached me in a way that I ain't never been coached before. Like, this guy was strict. But it's genuinely only because he wanted the best for me. So looking back, like, I do see where he was coming from. We did bump heads a lot because it was literally like two rocks trying to speak to each other sometimes. But at the end of the day, he wanted the best for me, and I'm eternally grateful for his impact. Also, the name fits perfectly because a lot of people wonder, am I American? Am I British? Am I Irish? Am I this? Am I that? Am I da 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 da? So who's really British? Who's British? Because I'm Bermudian, so who's British? So click the link to pre-save my EP in the description below. I know you guys can feel how hard I've worked for this, so please save that, play that to everybody that you know. I'm so excited to bring you guys along on this journey with me to become a pop star. Guys, I have a mission. and it is my duty to complete this mission. I am going to put Bermuda on the map. There's such limited infrastructure for creatives there to really explore and be successful in their passions. So I need to be the hood hero and save Bermuda. Vote for me for president. I hope that you enjoy my new EP. And the whole world needs to know about Bermuda, and they are going to know about Bermuda. It's not just a triangle. It's not even a triangle. So get to know, and you will know very soon. Thank you guys for watching. You guys will be seeing a lot more from me lately. We got a few music videos out on the way soon. So love you guys. See you next time on Popstar in Progress.
I'm in a spot, we shaking ass. Boring bitches sitting down. Why you come out if you was mad? What? Boring. I'm getting hot, we acting bad. Tight to boot you out the section if you ain't on shaking ass. Niggas spending racks, bring a stack. All my bitches bad, even if it's black or it's fat, I'll still throw it back. Boring. I'm in a spot, we shaking ass. Boring bitches sitting down. Why you come out if you was mad?
I don't know why bitches hate me like we ain't all got the same 24 hours a day. Every hour, 24 hours, I'm trying to get paid.